Okay, here we are at the Libertarian Convention, and there is having to be a vote with an actual standing up and counting off. 48.
49.
Did I skip one? Anyway, there's an actual count-off vote for whether or not we are supporting the chair's ruling about a kind of arcane matter of a vote that has none of the above on the Libertarian National Committee chairmanship race. Anyway, I started filming after about 30 people had voted. These are the yays who are supporting the chairman, and then we're going to have the noes. The gentleman standing there in the middle of the screen from the California delegation is Ed Clark, the 1980 presidential candidate, and beside him, standing up, you can see a woman in a yellowish flowery shirt. That's his wife, Alicia. I worked on her campaign in 1980.
No, but if this vote, it doesn't matter. If this vote, it's the majority.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's your
Vote 141 was Judd Hirsch. He's kind of a famous blogger and libertarian real estate agent. He's there in a dark gray t-shirt, sort of charcoal gray, at the corner of the California delegation, which is huge. California is most of that middle column there. Judd hosts huge parties at his very nice looking house. I've only seen it on the web in Los Angeles for people like Nathaniel Brandon and for local candidates running. I've always wished I were in Los Angeles and could go to one. Overnight there was an attempt to add many delegates, probably like 10 or 20, to the 600 over here, and that was defeated by a voice vote. Wandering around in the blue jeans right here is Stephen Gordon, who is actually a professional political campaign manager type, but he's also a libertarian. He's having something to Ed Clark.
Which is so incredibly frustrating.
You can see lots of people have Gary Johnson Gets It t-shirts.
They're very convenient.
I was hoping we'd actually get to some other vote before the end of the day.
So there are 234 yay votes. Now the noes have to stand up and vote. I don't think there are as many, but we won't know until they count.
That is not 234. The chair's ruling, that is clearly not 234 people standing. Let's not bother with it. The chair's ruling is sustained.
Which means there won't be reopening nominations.
So I think that was a vote to sustain the chair's ruling that renominations would not be opened up at this point, at any rate. So there'll just be a vote between Noda and Mark Rutherford. This is Bill Redpath, who is a long-term libertarian. He served on the National Committee. He's been the chair of the National Committee. He's been treasurer. He's run for things in Virginia like Senate and governor. And he is kind of exhausted and about to have a stroke from the contentiousness. Now there's a motion to reopen nominations, which I guess is different from whatever was just voted on.
There's there's a second to that, so it'll take a majority vote to reopen nominations. We're going to try a voice vote here. All those in favor of reopen? Point of information.
Point of information.
This is Eric Woods from Maryland,
Anybody who had previously lost.
who is the
Point of order.
Point of order where?
7.
Number 7.
Gary Johnson campaign.
Yes, I was shown language that may be interpreted to mean that NODA remains even if NODA receives the lowest number of votes. Simply said that all votes cast for NODA shall remain valid. However, other valid votes for other candidates are stricken for the lowest candidate. There's nothing there saying that NODA is immune to that. Therefore, I think it was out of order to strike Mark Hinkle on that first balloting rather than striking NODA.
NODA stands for none of the above.
That's water over the dam at this point. We're moving on. You
Appeal
check
to
the
Mr. Chair.
No.
All right. Is there a second to the appeal that what you're saying is that Mr. Hinkle should become eligible to run again? Would that be the effect of your motion?
It would be the effect.
It would be the effect. All right.
Mark Hinkle is the current chair of the Libertarian National Committee. He is the man sitting on the far right with the glasses in his hand. The man at the podium is Bill Redpath, the longtime LNC chair, member, treasurer, and Virginia Party chair and Virginia senatorial and gubernatorial candidate. The woman beside him is named something like Allison Maddox, and she is the parliamentarian and secretary. And the baldish man in stripes, I don't know who he is.
Has already been included on past ballots. You're not bringing this up on a timely manner. Not in a timely manner. So we're not going to address it now.
Wow, this video is going to be longer than 10 minutes. Normally I would not take
decision to strike Hinkle instead of NODA.
I'm ruling that out of order.
votes and procedures, but since it's kind of so contentious, this is something I understand they might have
We have a motion on the floor. We have a motion on the floor. It takes a majority, and it has been seconded to reopen nominations for president. All of those. Chair, thank you. Point of order, where, please?
We motion to have California, Texas, and Virginia recap.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, God.
We're not doing that. We're proceeding to this vote right now, please. We're proceeding to this vote right now, and I'm not going to recognize anybody until after we take this vote. And that is, it's going to take a majority vote to reopen nominations. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. No. The ayes have it. Chairmanship, I'm going to turn the gavel back over to him.
Oh, thank God. It's now something like 9:30. And they have to cancel the next session because they have to get all their work done. What they do not have done as of this point is electing national chair, treasurer, secretary, maybe some at-large members.
Stepping in.
Because he was actually running for office, and so he couldn't chair a convention while elections were being taken on him running for office as national chair. And since he's definitely not running for national chair, he is now back to whatever, back to chairing the convention, since he's not a conflict of interest.
From the great state of Colorado, so that he can have an opportunity to do to the entire nation what he has done to Oregon. And even though he didn't seek to become a delegate until the last morning of the convention and failed in that endeavor, I nominate for LNC Chair Mr. Wagner of Oregon.
Now, Wagner of Oregon is a new person who's not on the ballot earlier.
Your
On
Honor,
earlier ballots, nobody got a majority, and no one kept
Eric
getting a lot
Johnson
of the
will be President of the United States in 2012.
This is person in